Hello. Are we keeping this one in?
Yes.
10 takes later.
It shouldn't make me laugh, you know, because it always makes me cough. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel.
Hello, Soph.
Hello, Phil. As you can see, I'm still working on this one that I started last night, but that's how far I've got.
Hang it there, hang it there. They make good Christmas decorations hanging from the ceiling, those, wouldn't they? Imagine that.
Well, if I've got any left after the fete, we can hang them around the house.
Lovely.
Oh dear. I've been to see my sister this afternoon, but before we do anything else, let me show you.
Oh, look at that. It's like Dad's old blanket again. Yeah, cool.
It's still got to be pressed, obviously, but I'm really pleased with that. And I didn't do too much on the border because I didn't want to take away from the impact of the squares.
Let's go down a bit, keep talking.
So I finished that off this morning after we'd been up at 6:30 this morning and down the road for 8 o'clock, and then Phil brought me back at 9 o'clock because there was nothing I could do down there. But more of that bit later. Right, let me fold this up. Oops. My knitting needle's gone through the middle.
You stabbed it. Getting in a tangle there, aren't you?
Yeah, I've just lost my stitches.
Look, put that away first.
I've lost my stitches. I've got to find my stitches.
Oh, do you want us to cut?
No.
Okay, let's get a grip of Sophie and finding the stitches. Oh, there you go.
I'll sort that out after. I'll take that row back and find the stitches. Right, let's pop that away. I've started sorting some of these squares into bundles. So that's one bundle I've got. And that will probably have some lavender around it and the lemon. Because I'm nearly out of the orange. The orange is nearly gone. But then I've got the purples as well that I can bounce the colour off if needs be. So there we go. So I started doing some. I started doing some of that. We were out first thing this morning because in Bromsgrove, the council are actually taking down lots of trees, and Phil's been videoing it. So we went down. They were supposed to be taking about another 120 trees down today.
Yeah.
And Phil went down this morning. Well, Phil and I went down this morning. Then he brought me back because I couldn't do anything because I was going to do some interviews, but we couldn't do that. And Phil stayed there videoing.
Videoing the protesters.
Yeah. And the one protester managed to get herself boxed in by all the fencing stuff.
The work team.
By the work team. And she just stayed there. And she said, no, I'm not moving. And because she was in there, none of them could go in and do the work. And she stayed there till about 1:30 this afternoon.
3 o'clock.
1:30.
Yeah.
Because we were just going to Sandra's when you got the message.
Oh,
1:30, and the council packed up and went home, and they hadn't cut a single tree.
Yeah. So there you go.
So there you go. So it's going to be same again next week. So I might be sitting there next week. And
the video clip has been posted over the top of you, Sophia. So I'll put a video clip of it.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah, they're cutting the trees down as part of the route enhancement programme.
That nobody agrees with.
For Worcestershire County Council, but they've demolished so many trees over the past 6 months.
There's over 500. Is it 500 trees gone now?
No, about 270 and still counting.
Is it 200? Oh, it would have been 500 with these. Yeah.
So there you go.
So, you know, out of a small town. It's just really, well, everybody thinks it's ridiculous, but there we go. So Phil was doing that. So then I came back and finished off the blanket. And I took this with me when I went to see Sandra this afternoon. And I took the pink one for the lady who was buying that. So she was thrilled to bits with that. which I was pleased about. And then coming home, we had an adventure.
We did,
didn't we? Because on the way there, the way we go, because it takes nearly an hour to get there. The way we go cross country, and on the way there, we noticed there was a tree that was leaning quite a lot across the road. So, you were having to be a bit careful. And this was going in, we were going on the other side of the road, but we could see this tree leaning at a bad angle. On the way back, the tree was a lot lower. So we pulled up and we phoned the police and said, look, there's a tree and it's liable to collapse in the road any time now. And we actually stayed there. We went back down the road, turned round, and came and pulled up behind the tree with our hazards on, so that people coming up, because it was 3:30, 4:45, and it was starting to go dark, and there's no lights on that road at all. It's a country road, but people were coming down there at 50 miles an hour, and we saw at least 2 cars who whacked into the branches. So we were sat there with hazard warning lights on, phoned the police, had a long conversation with them, explained what was happening, said we would hang on for a bit because they would try and get somebody out to make the tree safe. So we were sat there, and Phil ended up directing the traffic round this tree because we could see it, and it was sort of moving by inches.
Slowly moving.
And all of a sudden I said, that bottom bit's going, and the bottom bit went, and the one branch, that was it. That was blocked the lane that we were in completely, which meant the other one was much further down. So Phil was guiding the cars through. And then this one car, lovely young man, don't know his name, don't know where he's from, nothing, pulled up, said, what's happening? Phil told him. He says, well, hang on a minute. He said, I've got a chainsaw in the back of the car. So he got his chainsaw out and chopped the tree so that it fell safely and nobody was hurt, and then chopped the tree off, and he and Phil moved it off the road out of the way so that people could go past safely. And then we phoned the police back and said, you don't need to come out to this tree now because it's actually been safely removed by a chap with a chainsaw. And they were really grateful because they said they were stretched to the limit with trees that were falling because of the weather. So Phil did his good deed, very good deed. 2 good deeds today for his day. Yeah. And then with this lovely man, we don't even know his name, but if he ever sees this video, I wish we could tell him how thankful we are that he actually stopped. We had a couple of people stop and said, have you reported it? Yeah, we're on the phone to the police now, And
others have reported it as well.
Yeah.
Over that past couple of hours that it was coming down.
And others were still going about 50 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And almost crashing into the tree. So, There we go. So that was our day today. So we didn't get home till late. So we were both shattered because we were up at 6:30. So we had a nap, which went on for a bit longer than it should have done. So this video is going to be quite short. I'm on this one. I haven't started the next one. We'll do a longer one tomorrow. Okay. But it's been a bit one of those days today. Okay. So I hope you're still enjoying the videos. This is something a bit different today. And we will see you tomorrow. But don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And take care, everybody. See you tomorrow.
Ta-ta.
Bye.
Oh, sorry. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, everybody.